Mike Johnson has tried to keep a hold of the Republicans' message around this shutdown, but in this recent appearance, where we're gonna show you a bit, he kind of just gave away the whole strategy in a way that perhaps he did not intend to. Take a look.
It's not just Democrats. You also have one of the most conservative Republican senators, Josh Hawley, who says, at least please move money around to feed people. Why not consider that?
Because if you deviate from the goal of reopening the entire government, Chuck Schumer and the radicals over there will continue to play games with people's paychecks, their livelihoods. And if you do just part of this, it will reduce the pressure for them to do all of it, to do their basic job, and that is reopen the government. This is very real and very serious, and they can end it today. They can do it right now. All they have to do is, we just need 5 more Democrats in the Senate.
So that is pretty amazing how much he packed into just that little quote. One, that the Democrats are playing games as he describes the exact nature of the game that he is playing. But more importantly, he says the loss of SNAP benefits, which is happening starting tomorrow, is pressure. And the Democrats want to relieve that pressure. He doesn't. I want that pressure, Mike Johnson screams. And that is the nature of the game. We're going to make people suffer as a political game, a tool, a strategy to get the Democrats to. So think about that. We want hungry people to suffer so that the Democrats feel pressured into reopening the government without ensuring that people's healthcare costs don't explode. So they're really having their human suffering and eating it too. They're having their suffering coming and going there. And Mike Johnson wants to ensure that you can't afford your health insurance, or that if you do continue to pay for it, you might be economically ruined. And to get to that point as fast as possible, maybe we have to have some hungry people, some kids going hungry, millions of them or whatever. That's the game that he's playing. And they continually say that it's the Democrats who are choosing not to open the government. No, you have more Republicans than Democrats. That doesn't mean that the raw nature of what the legislature is, which is you put forward bills and they need to have enough votes to pass. That's still the same thing. And you don't have enough at this point to just get it done. You need some Democrats to come on board, which means you need to give something. And there he's at least giving an indication of the truth, even though I think it makes them look really bad. And so there was a point there from the host about how many extra votes they would need. They need to get some Democrats to cross over or whatever. But of course, you might have seen on social media, Trump doesn't think they should get those Democrats to cross over. They should make it so that they don't need those Democrats to cross over. So in the same way that Mike Johnson right there is posturing as if he has only and forever been in favor of clean reopening of the government, never asking for anything in return, which he was doing as recently as a year ago, Trump is going to imply now, after having the exact opposite position before, the filibuster should be entirely gone. He posted on Truth Social, as I have said for years, Obamacare is a disaster. Rates are going through the roof for really bad healthcare. Do something, Democrats. Of course, this is Orwellian because they're the ones trying to do something to stop the price from going up. He has said for years that Obamacare is a disaster. And for years and years, he was refused to put forward a plan of his own. But then he goes forward to say, because of the fact that the Democrats have gone stone cold Steve Austin crazy, I added that part for myself. The choice is clear: initiate the nuclear option, get rid of the filibuster, and make America great again. Now, when I saw that, I thought, and Brett, I'm gonna bring you in just 1 minute. So what has Trump said about the filibuster in the past? Now he's in favor of destroying it. And so I looked back, and he has many times over many years said that it should be killed, but it's not a principle. Back in 2021, he said that removing the filibuster would be catastrophic for the Republican Party. So it's not a principle that he is putting forward. It's a thing where if we're in charge and we can benefit, we should get rid of it. And then if we're not in charge, then it should remain. I don't know exactly how. I guess the idea would be that you remove the filibuster, but then if you ever lose the elections and that would cause you to not have the majority anymore, you put it back in place before you leave or something. Again, life doesn't make sense when you live it without principles. But he's saying right now, I want to reopen the government. I don't give a damn about the healthcare costs. I'm not gonna negotiate with the Democrats at all, even though I've been pitching myself for literally decades as a master negotiator. I've literally ghostwritten books on the subject. No, just kill a filibuster so that we can cheat code our way to putting the government back in power, Brett. And so
Filibuster.
The filibuster.
Go ahead. You said
Mike
my
Johnson.
name. I'm in television. I'm supposed to talk after that. What was the question?
Okay, I said your name and that triggered you to begin paying attention. So Mike Johnson, Donald Trump have put forward some strategies. What do you make of it?
Oh yeah, I love everything that's happening right now. I think it's hilarious. Like I love that Mike Johnson is like, every time that the Republicans are saying that we need to like have the Democrats cave, it is according to the Republican plan, if the Democrats cave, poor people pay 10 times as much in healthcare. So the plan he wants to have is for poor people to pay 10 times as much per month in healthcare. That's his plan. So anytime he's like, listen, we are against human suffering, they're for human suffering. Like his plan is human suffering. The central premise of most Republican initiatives is that poor people have it too easy and rich people have it too hard.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Oh, I'm paying too much in taxes so that what? Poor people can eat? That's literally what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
I think they should change SNAP to something that sounds more permanent because it's too enticing to have something called SNAP so that Republicans who just want to, go away, poor people, die. Yeah. And the fundamental premise here is they also think that if they cut this, it'll motivate poor people to try to have better lives. Like they're like, it's so great now. I get SNAP money. I go buy a bunch of ramen. Like, oh, it's great. I love it. Top ramen. It's fantastic.
It's the best they have. Yeah,
and then they make and they're doing this horrible stuff. They're like, oh, poor people are fatter than rich people. Yes. Do you know how much you guys spend on workouts? Do you know how expensive your food is so that it isn't full of chemicals that make you feel disgusting and not want to move? But it's like the only thing you can eat.
Yeah.
Like they think they're panda bears where like everybody's eating stuff that they can't digest and they're happy. Panda bears are magic. People being poor is not. And there's no there would be fewer poor people if you, as the Republicans in charge of everything, did better with economy jobs. Like, what is the growing industry here? What is the burgeoning growing industry that people will go to? Gig workers. But gig workers, A, those gig economy companies are trying to replace them with robots, and B, they have no health benefits.
Yeah.
So like these gig workers are spending their own money on gas. Rich people get richer. Gas companies get richer. It's so nuts. And then, as John, you pointed out, like there's this great movie. You didn't point out this movie. There's a great movie called Total Recall. It's insane. It's by the RoboCop and Starship Troopers guy, based on a Philip K. Dick novel. And there's this one scene where Arnold Schwarzenegger's, just to show you how insane, he's on Mars. He's pretending to be a woman so he can get past security. A giant 6-foot woman, but her head also explodes. So he has a mask that glitches and it starts saying 2 weeks, 2 weeks. 2 weeks until it explodes and everybody dies. That is Trump's healthcare plan. He's told us it will be here in 2 weeks. Yeah. And he's glitching and he's literally been saying this for 6 years. And then it hasn't gotten here. This is the point where the head explodes and everybody dies.
Yeah.
Because as John will point out, it's going from $552 a month to $4,826 a month.
Exactly. That is what the Democrats are trying to stop. In some cases, an almost 10 times multiplier to the cost of your health care. And the Republicans do not care at all about that. Even though, again, it's not like this is just gonna affect Democrats. This is gonna affect red states, it's gonna affect a lot of Republicans. But as I was gonna say with the 2 weeks thing, in Donald Trump's defense, I don't even think he claims anymore that he's gonna have a healthcare plan anytime soon. And remember, back when he was running in 2016, he was like, the government's gonna pay for your healthcare. He was implying that because it was a popular position to say that you were for single payer healthcare, so he claimed briefly to be in support of that. And by the way, on the insults, and we've got a lot of insults. In the same way that they're gonna kill Snap so that people go and work, even though that's not how anything works at all with Snap. In this little round of media that Mike Johnson was doing today, he pointed out with Medicaid, we eliminated the fraud, waste, and abuse. We got able-bodied young men without dependents off the program. They were never intended to be there. They're sitting around their couches playing video games. So that's what they were claiming to justify cutting $1 trillion from it. Now he's saying they fixed it, even though that wasn't a problem to be fixed. And also, how could it possibly have been fixed already? You passed the bill a couple months ago. So all of this is just, again, this is the supposedly populist anti-elitist party constantly insulting people to their face because they accept incredibly meager and limited aid from the government. Meanwhile, Elon Musk will get billions and billions of dollars in subsidies from the government, and he's not supposed to feel any shame over that at all. And also, he wouldn't. I think he's physically incapable of feeling the natural amount of shame that he should feel every second of his existence.